Okay. So starting Rhine. Oh, a little fast. So yeah, just starting Rhine Diva. You guys drop down super early. It's gonna be hard for you as a, well, okay. So you guys, the first mistake is the cart's all the way back here and they're up here, and then you drop into their aggression while their cart's still pushing forward and you're not taking a fight on the cart, which is just unnecessary damage before you can really do anything to contest the cart. Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time because they're running Rhine Zarya and you're running Rhine Diva, so your Diva has to have really good defense matrix usage. Oh, you lose your Diva super early because she's stuck out right side. So this is gonna be a really hard fight on you. I don't think you can win it. Yeah, let's just back up. Here, yeah, backing up is the right play. It looked like it could have been worse, but it is gonna progress into worse situations. And during this time, you have to continually give up cart progress because you guys dropped super early and just started taking damage early on. Pushed a little too far forward. So here you guys are trying to reset. Yeah, you just staggered out. This is gonna be a free point for them. Yeah, just block them back up. Just block them and back up. It's so much damage. Yeah, you're still okay. You lose your Curry really early because he's out of position, so now you're just gonna be down one for this fight. You should let your shield charge right here. If they can't really push you, just let charge. Oh, you peek out? Yeah, that's you could have shattered that. You probably would have blocked it. It's also good that you didn't because you have shatter for next fight. So here you should probably be calling to reset. Your Moira is making a bad decision staying. She lives, which is good. Here you want to reset. Like, probably go bottom right. Everyone's gonna expect you to come this way. Oh boy. Do you get bubbled on that? That's one question I want to ask. So you're trying to make your choice. You're trying to make your choice. La da 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 da. Yeah, so you do get bubbled. If you had requested bubble for your charge, maybe you wouldn't have got slept, but I don't know. It would have made more sense to request a bubble, like, can you bubble me? And then tell her when to bubble you. Your Zarya is wasting her only bubble for charge at bad times. Oh boy. Do you guys get the volley? Your Zarya and you both turn around for a target. You can't really engage. That's a good kill on Zarya now. So you're in a really good spot. You can take space. Yeah, you can shield hop forward and kind of annoy them. Just play your shield. I see you're not as charge happy here. It's both good and bad because, like, sometimes there are opportunities to charge. Like right here, give it a couple seconds. Sometimes there are very large opportunities to charge and punish someone, but you also, you do rein it in, which is good. So here, he hasn't popped shatter in a while, so you should be watching for it. Free swinging into a tranced grab will net you situations like this where you get punished. Let me rewatch that. But yeah, he pops trance. Here you should be playing defensive because you're not gonna get any value outside of your Ana, which you don't have. They have an Ana, so they just anti you, and then if you had an Ana, it'd be okay, but no Ana means no value. Yeah, trance. So you guys are just gonna get staggered out because you don't want to go in here. Yeah, you're gonna get ulted and killed because do you live? Now you start swinging. So yeah, you don't want to go in too early on a final fight situation because you'll die and then you have no final fight. And instead you have just death. Skip ahead. 20, 40, 60. Oh, monkey.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Playing the great ape. It's an unlucky volley. So here you're just trying to keep natural, find your chance, jump in on them. There it is. Pop bubble. Big jump. Good engage. Movement out. It's a little late. Still got 2 for it, so you guys are up 1. Yeah. Oh, and you're getting rezzed. Those are great ones. Okay, looking for the engage. Yeah, pop a bubble. Play your bubble. Yeah, good. Oh, you jump in, engage. Oh, look at that aggression. Love it. Go. Nice. Okay, pop your bubble. Nice. Short jump. Yeah, you're in a bit of a pickle. You can't get out. Did your team cap? Please cap? Hell yeah. That was good space. It was a little aggressive. Like, going into their spawn here. So, right here, once you get this value, I get you're tunneled onto him. You hear a Zen behind you. Let's just double check if you could have killed him. If he had turned around for the Zen, it probably would have netted you more value. But you do have 3 people going in on a Kree, so that's not bad. But you also have no bubble for it because you popped it to save your Genji, who is... Well, now you're in a bad situation because of that. Again, it works out because your team, for the most part, keeps 3 on. Your Mercy makes a bit of a mistake, which could have cost you because that Ryan could have almost touched. But it turns out okay. Looking for a jump, find that Zen. Put down that bubble. Good block on the volley. That Zen might die? Hell yeah. You didn't necessarily have to jump out there, but I respect it because you don't want to die. Here, just for the Zarya. Can't put enough on her. Ooh, you kill that right. Nice. Pop your roll. Decent. Oh, missed a couple. Still ended up with a kill. Nice. Good decision. So here you're in a good spot. Pop your bubble. Please be careful. Yeah, you're okay. Oh. That's spicy. Oh, you can't. You missed an opportunity for, I don't know if you would have killed her. Let's slow it down and actually, like, see her health value. So here she's really low. You see it. You go. Yeah, if you short jump and melee cancel there, man, why did it take me back so far? So let's watch it from the Zarya's perspective. just until she gets really low. So she's getting contested hard. Here, she goes down to 60. You hit her with a jump. Here's your jump, right? It wouldn't have actually killed her. Maybe if it were a little earlier, but it's okay. You still miss an opportunity to melee cancel your jump. Because there's a... You did it earlier when trying to engage the Zen, where you... Or not the Zen, the McCree, where you meleeed mid-jump, where a better play is to land on the actual character and then melee as you're landing on the ground because it animation cancels your melee. Now you just keep 3 on. So you're engaging your wind. Don't turn your back on a target that's that close to you. I get you want to get away from him, but like you're neglecting your value. You can still be putting damage. And then when you have a chance, you could jump out. And just try and jump back in. This should be just a reset. You should be resetting. Are you trying to help your Torb out? You should be trying to help your Torb out, maybe. Oh my god, wait, your Genji's insane. Wait a minute. This is a win. Yeah, just kill her. Easy. Yeah, that's an easy win. That's ridiculous. Your Genji's crazy. So now they've swapped Reaper, so both you and Ball are going to start getting hard countered when you try and engage. One other thing we should be doing here is taking top ground instead of engaging from bottom. So here you have a good chance. Just jump top. When you see him nano, you can get out of his face because the only value you can get in engaging a Reinhardt who's nano in that situation is popping your bubble, which you don't have because you pop it on your jump in. So right here, when he's nanoed, you just jump up above you and you're safe, 100%. And even if you don't jump directly up, as soon as you see him nanoed and you have no bubble, you want to get out of his space. No way he can engage you. Here. Yeah, this is okay. You want to engage with your ball. This is good. Nice, they kill him. Yeah, you see the what? She misses her sleep as well, which is really good. Really good opportunity. Just pushing forward, trying to find that Reinhardt. You know that Reaper's behind you. So yeah, you pop your bubble. And you guys kill him. Fantastic. And then, oh, okay. So that's a bit of a mistake right there. I get being kind of defensive when it comes to a Reaper. Your primary defense is in your bubble. You can't play defensively if you play outside of your bubble. So by backing up here, you allow him to push around the circumference of your bubble and just go right at you, where you could play a sightline where he has to enter the bubble and then you could jump out. So instead of backing up there, basically, I'm saying enter the bubble and then jump back main. That would be a more ideal play. You don't have to be super defensive, but you do want to get the heck away from him.
Hey. Hello. Hi there.
Let's get the payload moving again.
Greetings.
Hey.
Hello there.
So again, you're holding bottom ground and looking for an engage off of bottom ground when you could be engaging off of top ground. Both securing your top ground so that they have no one on top ground, like the Reaper right now. If you look, he's just maintaining top ground. Which, yes, I know if you were to engage this Reaper, maybe he'll just push you off. But either way, maintaining top ground control so that you can find a backline squishy, like maybe the Kree or the Ana, instead of having to jump face first into their team where all of their team is going to be looking, would be a more idyllic play for Monkey. Or Ball, or Diva. Any of the dive characters, really. So here, you're still in a decent situation. You should have grabbed that Mega. It's also not the worst that you didn't because you have two healers blocking you. But you can't find a re-engage now. You and Ball should honestly be swapping to mirror their tanks in this situation. Continuing to play the same things will just net you losses.
Onward and up. Hey,
But there is the opportunity to maybe find a squishy if you guys dive properly. See what the Diva's doing? How they're maintaining top ground control? That's the better play that I've been talking about. Now, you do end up netting one kill and then your team ends up netting another, so you have a really good fight here. So yeah, you just follow up on everything, cut them off, yeah, put out that damage, get the kill. You guys want to keep 3 on the cart right now, and you want to hold one of the doors. You don't need 6 on cart, you just want to hold the door.
setting out the welcome back.
Now, this is good, that's a decent bubble. It's a pretty solid defense of this situation. You guys are being offensive, but you're like defending the cart basically from their offensive attempt at retake. So that was solid.
Score 3-3. Initiating match.
I still stand by that because of 2 fights trying to maintain the monkey ball, you guys lose about a minute and a half that you didn't have to lose. But since you guys did end up banking ults off of that minute and a half, you guys ended up getting a really good fight and a good engage.
Ready. 3, 2, 1.
Damage output increase.
Escort the payload.
Together we can solve any problem.
So here you're just looking for the jump again. You don't want to put yourself in a situation. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where they can punish you going in by staying there for too long. Because right here, it's pretty obvious that you want to hard engage this soldier. Most likely you will not kill a soldier by hard engaging him as Winston. Just because he has sprint. He has legs. So as soon as you jump on a soldier, he'll just run away. And then because they know you want to hard engage him, they just pin you and then start the engage themselves. So it's just that right here. So here you've gone back up top. You're still trying to look for a bit of value, taking cart space, which is decent. You look for the Reinhardt, you pop your bubble. So far this is okay. You can get out. Good. Nice jump. That's like a risk reward. Oh, that's too risky. You're dead here. You still get the mercy, which is surprising. Jumping in with no bubble is just a death sentence. You do, I kind of miss. Give me 1 second. I'm distracted. Yeah, you do end up getting bubble like mid-jump, but that jumping in with no bubble is just asking to die.
Once more to the breach.
30 seconds.
So yeah, you guys are just looking to reset here. You guys don't have a good fight right now. You're down 1 at least. You just need to get out. You're currently looking for that on the top right? Okay, so yeah, you're going for this. This is good. Oh, what? You lost her? How'd you lose her? Oh no, that's really bad. Yeah, that should be end. There's no real coming back from that. shouldn't. This is very losable. I was slightly hopeful that somehow you went insane. But yeah, that's not exactly a winnable situation. Now here you definitely don't want to be playing dive on defense. So hopefully you don't.
Initiating.
See what happens.
After yourself. Ready for battle.
Okay, so you guys choose Orisa Rhine. Now, Orisa Rhine doesn't really work that well. I mean, they do have some synergy, but if you are to run something like this, I'd recommend more of an off-tank that can support the Reinhardt or an off-tank that can support the Orisa, because running a double main tank setup is going to put you in an interesting situation where you have one tank that, well, in Orisa, she has a lot of range and a lot of spam capabilities, where Reinhardt has very little range, where you could be playing an off-tank that kind of synergizes with the close-range gameplay of Reinhardt, or an off-tank that synergizes with like the mid to long-range gameplay of Orisa. Man, don't be plugging your stuff. Get out of here. So you guys are looking to hold really close because you guys want to get a really early fight. Where is the actual position? So a really early fight here, you might actually get a second touch. So I like the idea. Now you want to put down your shield right now. Okay. Oh my god, you're pushing. Oh my god, you're pushing right in front of them. This somehow turns out this is a big mistake. No, this is... Okay. So the reason this is a big mistake is now you have become one of 3 targets that he can hit. You are directly in his range, and you are directly in line of sight of all these characters that all want to shoot you and your Reinhardt. And your shield's not that strong. It's only 800 health. If you were to play more back here and let your Reinhardt do that, maybe. There's also the risk that your Reinhardt might get messed up, but generally this is a positional error. Now here you look for the echo, and then you replace your shield. You look to pull the echo. You get an okay pull. Oh, does she die for it? She might, but you're still in a really bad spot. It's also not bad that you're trying to die on cart because your whole team is fighting. If your whole team is fighting, this isn't bad. Because you just need to die on cart. It's really just die on cart. Get as many kills as you can and die there, so they can't get any progress. So here, now that most of your team has died, hopefully you guys are hard resetting. If you guys stagger right here, you guys don't get another fight. So whoever's still alive, your Ana should have died on cart instead of letting them get free cart progress. Now that's an unlucky shield. Your Junkrat ends up popping a little early, which isn't the worst. You look for a pull to try and assist. Now here you want to be putting down... Ooh, that's super far up. Your Junkrat does turn out with 2 kills though, so that's good. But yeah, you push way too far up, thinking that as Orisa you want to be in their face, when Orisa really does not want to ever be in a Reinhardt and in a Zarya's face. She wants to continuously be giving up space / maintaining a relative position so that she can poke out the Reinhardt and the Zarya to maintain where her team wants to be. She never wants to go in and face tank a Reinhardt and a Zarya in their ideal range. If you want to play a position like this, I'd recommend either maintaining on the cart and putting your shield maybe like here, and then maybe playing this little angle. But as soon as you push up into their face, you're killing yourself. Orisa cannot play the same positions that Reinhardt plays. So this should be last fight. Yeah, they can just pop whenever they want. If you're gonna... I'd recommend, at this point, swapping over to ball. there's not much else you can do in these situations. It has to be a stall situation where you try and get picks. And yeah, it's basically balls, bread and butter right there. So yeah, you just try your best, but there's not much to do. What would be something to work on? So, if your plan is to play Orisa specifically, just keep in mind, or if your plan is to try and play with your off-tank, keep in mind how you want to play Orisa or with Orisa or with Ryan. You can't play both main tanks. In this situation with, what is it, Ball Monkey is good. You just need to engage with the ball properly, which is a little difficult. This would probably be the best point to kind of re-review. Well, I think I did an okay review of this section. It's mainly just one mistake and that engage, and then trying to force an engage, then losing a fight, and then you have one fight and you miss an Ana. So yeah, primarily if you're playing with Ball, just try and engage on his engages or talk to him. If he doesn't want to talk, then you're kind of in a rough position where you have an off-tank that doesn't want to communicate with you, which is hard. There's also the situation where you were playing third point and you guys wasted a couple minutes just trying to force Monkey Ball into their Rein Zarya, which isn't going to net you very much value. Like first point Monkey Ball is good. Is there anything else? Yeah, at the beginning you guys just had suboptimal comp. Then you guys had bad coordination with Rein Zarya and when to engage. And then just a couple of errors. So far, I've already seen fairly... Well, you do lose the game, but so far I've seen a lot cleaner play than the last one. The last one was like, I want to pin everything, where this one's a little more controlled. Yeah, the main thing I would recommend is trying to wrangle your off-tank a little bit more if you're going to be playing main tank, and trying to communicate with your off-tank a bit more, and then understanding when your engages and your positioning a little better. Like, this positioning, I still stand by it. This positioning, as a team, is not bad. If your team, or if their team was more coordinated, or your team was a little less coordinated, this is probably around platinum, maybe, from my opinion. They would roll you. They would roll you hard, putting yourself in this spot.
Get behind the barrier.
Overall, this honestly wasn't bad, though. Just a few mistakes. I see progress. Progress. Yeah.